Welcome into another edition of the Leadership Library, hosted by CEO and author Rocky Romanella. Rocky is the author of the book, Tighten the Lug Nuts, The Principles of Balanced Leadership, and has over 40 years of business experience as a prominent member of the UPS Supply Chain Solutions team, as well as the CEO of Unitech Global Services. So sit back, grab your notebook, and take a seat, and get ready for this edition of the Leadership Library.
Welcome to the Leadership Library. I'm your host, Rocky Romanella. I was just at a speaking engagement and was asked a question, how do I get to the Leadership Library YouTube videos? If you go to tightenthelugnuts.com, www.tightenthelugnuts.com, just like the book title, and then you'll scroll down, you will see the Leadership Library podcast, and there'll be two buttons, one to listen to the podcast, but also one to watch the podcast. When you click on watch the podcast, it'll take you to the YouTube page. Please subscribe, have your friends subscribe. Let's have a subscribing party. How's that? So in these past episodes, we've been talking about soft skills. We've talked about faith, hope. Today, we're going to talk about charity and how you incorporate charity and philanthropy into your brand. And I think you have to think about it from that perspective. I think the thing to do is to make it fit your brand is pick a cause that matches your core beliefs as an organization. That will not only appeal to your people, but that will also appeal to your customer base because now it's who you are and what you stand for. It's your core values as an organization. I think small business is usually intertwined with the community, so maybe a little bit easier for them. But I think large organizations have to get intertwined into the community. Especially if you're a large organization, maybe nationwide, multinational, you have locations throughout the country or throughout the world. Ingrain yourself into that local community, and then you become an important part of the charitable, philanthropic part of your brand. And I think it's so important. People see you caring about your community and working inside your community to make that community better. Could be a cause as simple as something in your community like a food pantry, could be around the holidays, Toys for Tot. Any of those kinds of things are important, and it gets everybody kind of working together as an organization, but it speaks to your core beliefs as an organization. So I think charity is such an important soft skill, and if charity seems difficult for you or maybe that word, how about philanthropy? Philanthropy as part of your brand. But what I like about the word charity and why I use the word charity, because to me, charity is giving back. And as leaders, that's part of our responsibility to give back. Maybe we give back as mentors, we're giving back our time. We're taking the time to mentor someone in the organization. Someone mentored us along the way. They took time out of their busy schedule to have those conversations with us. Maybe their follow-up with us was time taken out. Maybe they walked us around the building to have that conversation. It's giving back. Charity is giving back. And for me, you give back in a lot of ways. It's not just money. It's not just to a philanthropic part of the business. It's not just in the community by maybe donating your time or working in a food pantry. It's also your personal time that you're giving back. It's the relationships you have with the people in your care that you're spending time with them. It's that mentoring that we've talked a lot about and how mentoring becomes such a huge part of your growth, but also the growth of the people in your organization. So I think it's important for all of us to understand charity as giving back, and all of us give back to each other, give back to the organization, and give back to our community. It makes us feel good about ourselves. It makes the people in our care feel good about themselves because they know we care enough to give back to them and spend that quality time with them. And I think it's important in the communities that you work and live that they see that you're a caring organization. Once again, try to choose a cause that's tied to your core beliefs as an organization, because then everybody feels good about that because you've identified who we are, what we stand for, and what are the things we won't compromise. Until we meet again, thank you so much for being a part of the Leadership Library. Go online and subscribe to the Leadership Library podcast on YouTube. Thanks. And now let's move on to number 4 soft skill.